go to the game. Then we'll see if it's streaming. It looks like it is. $10. Goes back, comes back. Okay, seems to work. Alright, so yes, I want to close the current session because I want to start from the main menu so that if you want to try this, you'll know where to go. We had already gone to extras to activate these two mods. So now you're going to go to multiplayer, skirmish, local skirmish, and then you get to this screen. Battle zones is usually where you start off with. Border is the map that we had loaded last night, and you want to hit create at the bottom here. Now, one of the first things I like to do is go where you have NATO and Warsaw Pact. I'll choose USA for me, but you can also choose the first German there. They've got some pretty decent units as well. And for the first enemy, I'm going to choose the first of the Soviet symbols there. And because it's a tutorial, I'll put them on rookie. And for the other 3 slots, I'm just going to close the slots like this. So that means it's 1v1 on a very big map. It should give us breathing room, but once the shooting starts, it gets loud a lot. Now, in the middle here, I usually don't change anything there except the war stage. So for the tutorial, I'll go with early because those are like 1980s units, but if you choose mid, you get like 1995 type of units, and if you choose late, you get 2005 plus units, so they're more modern. Kind of like the early stuff. I don't know, old school Cold War stuff. But you can choose whichever one you like, and you can try all 3. They're all fun. But once you've done this and these options here, then you can click the start, and then it's going to take a little while to load the map, load the different things. You're going to see your little bullet thing go there. Just going to make sure that I go full screen on that. There we go. And then
user in your channel timed out.
At the bottom you see this thing here loading. Alright, so I guess I'll turn off TeamSpeak because
disconnected.
My buddy left. This is still going. So okay, so now when you get to the game, you see grass like that. What I'm doing here now to turn the grass around is I'm holding down the mouse wheel button, so the middle button, and then if I go up and down with my mouse, it does like this, and if I go left and right, it turns in circles. But this is like my position where I spawn, and on my mini map I see that with this big large triangle that changes shape depending on where I'm looking. So if I'm looking far, you can see the triangle gets bigger. If I'm looking at the ground from the top, it becomes much smaller. In here to the right side, you have like these 6 menus to choose units. Top one, infantry. Second one, more specialized infantry. Like let's say one of your tank crewmen gets killed, you want another one, you get one there. But if you want like anti-tank people, or if you want, I think, snipers, you can order snipers, things like that. Third menu, those are your mortars. If you call a mortar or a tow launcher, they're going to appear right here. So just letting you know about that. These are the smaller vehicles. So you have the LAV 25, which is a vehicle with 25mm autocannon. Then you have a few Humvees, trucks with ammo, trucks with fuel if you need that. And then the fun stuff, the armored vehicles. Here we have the M113 APC, Abrams, different versions of Abrams. You'll see that The more you move forward, the more expensive usually they get. So at the beginning, usually we can't get a lot of those. We can maybe get an M113, which I'll pick here, right there. And I'll just take army regulars and a squad. The squad is small. Section is a bit bigger. Platoon is almost 20 men. I don't know. So I'll go with a squad because it's a smaller group of men. They can actually fit in the M113. So what I did here is I selected the soldiers and I right-clicked on the vehicle, and you can see them climb in. Okay, so now, where are we going with this? So you can zoom out with the mouse wheel or zoom in, again, going forward, backward, forward. And so what I'm going to try to do here is I want to go from the mini-map. You can see that there's a section here that I would like to capture. Now, one way to go is just click my unit here and say, hey, go there. This was a right click. And he's gonna go. He might like take down a few trees. If I have him go to the trees, he's probably gonna mow them down. Like this small tree here, he can probably take it down. But that slows you the fuck down. So usually you try to go around them if you can. So that's one way to move them around. But if you want to go a bit faster, let's say I go directly to this place here that I want to capture, I could just do my right click directly there. And if I turn around, I'll see my unit coming around. Now it's probably going to want to mow down the whole forest by going through it, which was a bit dumb. Get him out of there. Because now he's just taking down the whole forest. But you can see that we want to go to this position. Now he's shooting probably at some Soviets that are coming our way. And he's mowing down trees again. But yeah, I want him to get there as fast as possible. You can see those dotted white lines. That's the territory you want to capture. Once you have friendlies inside, whether it's a vehicle or troops, you're capturing it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click again on my vehicle, and in the options here, the G is unload crew, and then I'm going to do a left click where you see that little brown symbol with the arrow, and the troops are going to go there. You see now the troops are out. And now I can move the vehicle independently from the troops. I can put the troops, let's say, in that bush there. And you can see that this guy has just been shot, so I'm in the big doo-doo right now. So my troops, if I don't want them to get shot, I can go again to that menu, lower right, and put them on their bellies. They're going to hide in the bushes there. And I'm probably going to need more troops or more vehicles, so let's see what we can bring. We can bring one of those, maybe. Yeah, we can bring a Bradley. That's going to be much more effective. Let's bring a Bradley here. But maybe, like if I go to my Bradley, if I say, hey, hold the horses, I'd like to bring an anti-tank squad with him. Okay, I have to wait because I don't have enough points, but I'm only missing 13 points, so it should be here soon. Again, I now have my team, and the team can enter the vehicle. I selected the team. I did a right click on the vehicle. Once they're in, you see it becomes one unit. Then I can go here, go there. And the light that you see in front, he's not using a big flashlight to see better. It's just the things that the vehicle can actually see. What's dark is the parts he doesn't see. It's not because there's a cloud with a green shape. So he's gonna go here. And I'm gonna unload the troops like I did before with this. You see? Now my anti-tank guys are gonna go to this hilltop there. And they can defend the position. Now, if I move my vehicle a little bit, let's back it up a little bit. You'll see that the position which was white before has now become green. That's that place. It means it's friendly. The problem is that the other two zones are now in red, so the Soviets have taken over the rest of the territory. So it means we're going to have to go capture it. But we don't have to go right now. We can be patient and wait for the enemy here. And one of the things you can do when you zoom is you can see that there are different levels of terrain. So right here we're fairly well hidden, but if I move the vehicle there, he gets lowered, and so enemies there would not necessarily see this guy over here, so he's hiding in the bushes. He's not gonna get seen by the enemy, which is good, because right now we don't have a lot of units. Would be nice to have an Abrams though. I have to wait like 200 points before I can get an Abrams, so you have to be patient in the game a little bit. Right now I have soldiers there, a vehicle here. We can be patient, wait for some points. Now you can see the enemy here is capturing the whole terrain, so they're gonna be winning this game probably. But right now we're just trying to hold on. If I move a little bit forward like that, maybe my Bradley might be able to shoot some of the enemies there at the other position. The danger with doing what I'm doing right now is that if there are enemy vehicles, they could decide to shoot at me and kill me. So this one is taken care of. You can see some infantry movement, or oh, it's a flag. I thought it was infantry in the woods. If I want to even things out, I can go to this position here. You see the dotted line again? If I capture this section... Oh, there's an enemy vehicle there. We have artillery coming our way. I have enough points, almost enough points for Abrams. What I want to do is get my vehicle in here. If I get the vehicle in the white area, he's going to be able to capture it. Soldiers, get in here. Yeah, we're in trouble, but you see now we have points for an Abrams. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to take this Abrams. Bring it to the position. So let's go here first. I don't want him to mow down all the trees. Gonna send him that way. Cool thing with the Abrams is it's fast. It's got a lot of armor. Can resist a lot of hits. Now one of the things I'll do too is I'll go to my specialized infantry and I'll order some engineers, and I'll send the engineers here with the other soldiers. But if my tank breaks down, engineers can help repair it. I think I saw that some other soldiers can also repair your units, but let's just see now if there are enemy units to kill. There's one there. Let's move this forward. I want to kill this guy. Okay, so we've been hit. Okay, he's alright, but he's damaged. You see, the problem I have now is that he's damaged. So I'm gonna try to be bold with this guy. Whatever he's doing there. Gonna Bring him there or here. Okay. Anti-tank guys, go here and please fix this guy. This guy is almost like a lost cause at this point. Are they moving? Are they moving? Okay, they're on their bellies. Get up. Run.
Look out! Enemy armor incoming!
You can see that this is like a death trap area here, so not the best place to do a tutorial. They repair this? Yes, they can. Okay, so they're gonna try to repair, but as you can see, they're getting mowed down right now. Okay, he fired his rocket into the ground. That didn't help much, but he's repairing the tank. You know, this guy, he's doing like very nice, honest work, and now he's dead. Have the real engineers arrived? Yes, they have. Okay.
There's a cannon over there!
Yeah, I know, we're getting mowed down. Now, one of the things I could do is maybe order a howitzer, shoot from a distance. That's often my solution. See, our Bradley's dead. This is not going anywhere. So, yes, we're in big doo-doo at the border, which is the whole point of the game, is to capture that quickly. Yeah, we'll send those guys to have a look around. We'll keep these people here to just check things around. 47 points before I get a howitzer. If I knew where the enemy was shooting their artillery from, I don't know if it's just like AI stuff or if it's really units that are shooting. Oh yeah. There's something shooting around here. They probably have a mortar. Mortars can be pretty annoying. But you see now I have enough points for this. So where did they put it for me? Okay, I'm gonna put him over there. So this is a heavy howitzer. What these big heavy howitzers are good at is shooting from a distance. So right now we can see that they're launching all kinds of things. Our tank is dead now. But I heard like some shooting from around here earlier. I don't know if you hear the sounds. So if you choose F6 or that button and you point some spot on the ground, okay, he's shooting from there somewhere. Yeah, so that's my guy shooting back at the enemy artillery. I think he should fire there. See? Let's level the whole place. You see, now we've been defeated because we weren't capturing terrain. But the whole point of the video was to show you that there are different units you can use for different reasons. And there is a certain element of speed at the beginning where this one only has 3 territories. So if someone has 2 territories and you can't get the second one, you're pretty much going to lose very quickly like this. But otherwise, let's say you play with a friend, we'll have to test it in multiplayer, and you have like more than one AI, they'll probably do different tactics, and your friends will do different tactics, and you'll be able to try different things. So anyways, this is the basics of the game. It's just point, click, shoot, get some stuff destroyed, and it's all good fun. You have lots of maps with the 2 mods I had you download. So yeah, an example here. A lot of the maps, like these maps, are maps that come with the game, the ones that just have like a regular name. The ones in red, I'm guessing they're from a downloadable content that I don't have. But I think the ones that have the MC for Modern Combat, the ones that have CWA 71, it's part of the mod we had downloaded. You can see the number of players too. I think I thought it was 2 players, then 4 players, 6 players, and then 8 players. And the ones that have MC, or the one that say multi CWA, these you can play with a lot of friends, and you can also have like a bigger map, like the maps that are 8, they're a little bit bigger, so you get action for a little bit longer. Makes it interesting. And this is like the default mode, which is battle zones. Yesterday I also tried domination, which can be fun, different. But I think for domination, a lot of the maps are just like the original maps. I don't know if we can play on our extra maps. Yeah, it's the original maps. Of course, the original maps look like World War II stuff. So for a modern war setting, it can work if the place has been abandoned since the 1950s. But otherwise, you're better like with the battle zones, with the maps that are actually made for it. I think I haven't tried that East Berlin one, but you have like crossroads, fields, monastery, the thundering fields. Outback, I think, was one of my favorites. This woodland there is quite good. Border is the one we just played. Fulda, I think, is the first one I played, and it's quite a bit entertaining. Stasis is pretty good. Wind Valley is nice too. So you have a lot of maps to choose from. It can be hours and hours of fun. First, you gotta learn how to just operate the units. And as you saw, like when we were playing, there's this little menu at the bottom right. You have a lot of options for each unit. You don't have to use all of them, but they can be useful. And then in the central menu, when you select a unit, let's say you have infantry, I think on the left side you can choose their grenades. If you want to throw a smoke grenade in front of you, you can do that too. Maybe I could just reload the map just to show you that. Just to show you some basic things that you can do. That can be interesting and fun if you're just looking to blow shit up. Alright. I think what I'll do is I'll order some engineers. Can I? Or can I not? Have to wait. Okay. There we go. Okay, so there are some engineers there. I'm gonna put the regular platoon.
Awaiting your command,
Those
sir.
are the engineers. Those are the regulars. So with this menu at the bottom, like if I want to throw some smoke, this is the group that I have selected right now, and I think you can select them here. You can see this symbol that's here, that's the engineers, so
Awaiting your command, sir.
that selects them. But if I want them to throw a smoke grenade there, I can do that. Look at them throwing a smoke grenade. And if I select these guys and I want smoke there,
Eat this!
okay, they're throwing it in the same spot. That's
I'm ready.
kind of dumb. There.
Ready to go, sir.
There. Poof. But you can see that the cloud of smoke that these guys created, if there was a tank here, he would have a hard time seeing those guys. And now that these guys have thrown another smoke, you can see that the whole field is almost covered. So let's say we were in this forest and we wanted to head to this forest without being seen. This would be bloody useful. And if you want these guys to blow someone who's hiding behind a rock here, you can throw a grenade. This brave man will shoot a grenade there. And poof. And you want another one right there, because the guy moved in the grass. Eat this, bastards. There you go. And you have like the different types of shooting possible. This is to shoot directly at the enemy. This is to shoot at the ground. I could just tell them shoot there. See, they're just shooting at that position. If I'm tired of them shooting, I can hit the F key or that thing there that tells them to stop whatever the fuck they were doing. When I want people like this to repair a vehicle, I go there with the wrench, I click on the wrench, and then I click on the vehicle to be repaired. Here there's no vehicle to repair, but that's how I would do it. So you have all kinds of options. Another thing I learned which can be useful is this thing here. Right now it's fire at will, but let's say I want these guys to hold fire. Let's say I want them to go to this forest and not start shooting at everything they see. Same thing for those guys, hold fire. I can move them stealthily because those guns they have, they make a lot of noise, and if the Russians hear those guns, they'll shoot at us. Of course, when they're on hold fire, they're not going to reply if they're getting shot at. And if you forget about them while you work with your tank here, they could all die. So what you could do also is go to return fire. So they won't fire like crazy if they see someone, but if someone shoots at them, they won't just sit idly by without doing anything. They'll shoot back. When you have infantry and there's something you can hide, look at this there. I can send all of them to hide behind this destroyed vehicle. And now they have cover if there's enemy coming in that direction here. And let's say they want to get to this vehicle without being seen. How would they do that? Oh, well, with the smoke grenade, of course.
Ready, sir. Grenade.
And maybe he can help out over here by throwing one there.
Fire in the hole.
And then everybody can run safely there. And these guys can run safely to this place here. You can see all kinds of scenarios developing after that, right? So this is for infantry, and if you want a vehicle to come in, like let's say an Abrams, or I'll take a Bradley because that's what I can afford. You can always select units like that by left clicking. You can select many units, like I've chosen this guy too, but I just want this, so I'll make him go there in the hole instead of mowing down all the trees. And then I could have him go there. Also, vehicles can take down some fences like that. If I tell him to go like this, he's probably gonna go right through it. There you go. Let's say the smoke wasn't enough. We want a smoke screen a little further ahead. I could send this guy. Let's say he gets shot at or whatever. I can go to the wrench thing here and I click that. And look at this. He's creating a smoke screen. So if he was getting shot at and he's in danger, he can back the fuck out. And look at the big smoke screen he's created there. That's gonna last there for a little while. And then he could decide that he's gonna go hide behind the trees here. And he would probably have time to get to safety. It's a lot of management, like sometimes it's faster just to order more units, but when you just order units after units, you can't work all of them together. So you have to learn to be a good general and take care of your troops and get a few things going at the same time. So yeah, those are some of the things you can do in this. Hey, we need to mask this area there. There you go. Now the enemy must be thinking, hey, we have an easy job today. Nobody's taking any points. They're not capturing anything today. But yeah, those are the capture points you want to get. Those things with those dotted lines. Again, there's like a vehicle. There's a tent. You can hide the guys around the tent. This guy can come here. There's like an extra crew member or whatever this guy is. I don't know. Oh, it's just a soldier that's lost there. Let's bring him here. Or here. Doesn't really matter. So yeah, all these icons in blue are mine, and if you see red icons, like those would be the enemies. That's how this game develops. How you get fun stuff going. Some battles you win, some battles you lose, but it's all in good fun. And the visuals are pretty nice. Now, one thing that you can also do, maybe while we're in the process of teaching things, like you see how I'm clicking for this guy to go from one place to another, but let's say I want to control this thing. You can hit E, echo, and at that point where I point my mouse is where he's pointing his turret, and if I use my WASD keys, I'm now controlling and driving this vehicle as precisely as I want, not hitting rocks, not hitting trees. And if I zoom in like that, there you go, I can almost be like tank position, and I could say, hey, let's shoot a few rounds there. Scare off the enemy. And if I'm tired of being the one in control, I can hit E again, and then it becomes like one of those units I can click and say, go there. You can see that there's explosions going on there, so the enemy has already like captured the central area here like they did before. And just because I like doing it, let's give it a little smoke. They're shooting at me, mommy. I want to hide. Ah, you see? They fired some artillery at his position. It's a good thing I went to hide. I can't believe that we're actually leading this, but we are. That's because we captured this area before they did. So you can see that our points are going up faster than theirs.
Where did they come from? Covering fire!
And just because I find it funny, I'm gonna make a nice big smoke screen.
Yes, sir!
And do I have enough money to order a big tank? Almost have enough for an Abrams. Let's just call a regular M60 tank. It's another big tank. It's not quite as powerful as the M1, but it'll do some damage. Should I just send it here instead? Yeah. There. Or I can drive it myself with the E key that I talked about earlier. could just shoot there for fun. And I think I can choose like the different types of ammo too. Like heat was good against, let's say, BMP, armor piercing against tanks. This is high explosive, so if I choose high explosive, it takes a little while to load it. Oh, looks like it loaded. Ah, maybe I don't have the HE rounds. That could explain why. Yeah, this is the big traditional M60 tank. You can see that when he gets mad, he gets mad. So yeah, you can go combine operational forces together, send your vehicles and your infantry. It's a little bit more effective when you send everybody together.
What are your orders, sir?
Sometimes the stance is a bit slow to react. Okay, those guys need to get down. This guy will move forward. There we go, we got a vehicle there. He doesn't see it yet. Shoot at this guy. Down. See? That's how you get rid of those Russians. See that infantry there? He's gone. Check the terrain elevation. Send infantry to a position. Can use the terrain cover. But yeah, we're doing pretty well here. We've captured that central part. Oh, there's a vehicle there. Okay, that vehicle is no longer a menace. Creeping in. So I hope you enjoyed that little tutorial. That should teach you how to do a few things.